Explain to us exactly what's happening here. Hundreds of potential new hires, primarily, though, in the back office, and primarily to address some of the regulatory issues that have been raised.
Look, the most important thing to acknowledge is it's never good to have the Fed in the building, and definitely not in your business. And that's what's been happening at Goldman Sachs. Over the past year, we understand that there has been ramped up Fed scrutiny from their banking supervisors that are trying to remediate what they see as lapses. We, of course, know that their consumer business, their credit card practices have been looked at by the CFPB and other government agencies, and we know that the Fed had been asking questions on that. But this goes beyond that. There is clearly, apparently, a confidential measure at Goldman that has been looking and asking Goldman to fix lapses, identifying problems, and is seeking corrective action. That kind of thing, while not public and not formal, can be onerous. And if you don't address it quickly enough, it can spiral into something much bigger, which is why it is a headache for them. And that's why you now see several hundred staffers being hired to address that right now. Just to give you some context, if you go onto the Goldman website right now, there are more compliance job openings there than for bankers and traders at the firm.
Well, that's one of the many interesting wrinkles here, is that Goldman had been cutting staff. It had laid off thousands of workers, but now obviously having to reverse course a little bit.
And that's also important. So why have they been laying off workers? Why have they been cutting staff? This year to date, through the first 6 months, profits are down 35%. That is after profits being down 48% last year. So clearly there has been a slowdown in business. Clearly they're dealing with an inversion in markets. So at the same time, is it helpful to have a new cost center where you're just dealing with remediation efforts? No. But when you hire people in these roles, these are not people who are going, this staff is not going to be paid like your typical Wall Street rainmakers. But that's not the point. Having them in the building and having them oversee some of the issues can also have other stifling impact. It could have an impact on the kind of deals you can do, the kind of trades you can do, and how you win more business. And there is only so much management bandwidth. We already know Goldman management has been dealing with a lot of stuff. This is just another extra thing on their plate that they don't need right now.